Hello. If this is your first time joining us, welcome to Kiki Time. I am Carrie. I am the creator and the one who's usually on here. Once in a while, I have my brother, but not recently. If you've been following my channel for a long time, Annabelle had her kittens. If you remember Annabelle from the farm videos, Annabelle had her babies a few days ago. We do believe do anything with them until they come out of the nest or she moves into a more accessible area. Um, the place under the house, we can't really, it's not a big enough opening that you can crawl under there, and I don't know if I'd want to. So I was talking to a friend of mine. Let me just grab a jacket real quick. Sorry, guys. I have a cold trying to grab me, and I'm hot, cold, hot, cold, hot, cold. Um, I'm trying to get over this cold that my nieces and nephews decided was a good present for their aunt. Um, so I wanted to come on because I was talking to a friend of mine today, and I realized something, and it brought back memories of when I had been in counseling as a teenager. I went into counseling as a teenager because I was having suicidal thoughts and I was blaming everything on everyone else, and I was trying to be the victim. Victim mentality is something that I think can affect anyone at any age. Victim mentality is when you will blame anything in your life on someone else and make it seem like they ruined your life because you are the victim. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't, but that is victim mentality. You blame anything that is wrong in your life on someone else. And I used to do that a lot, but my counselor showed me that that is a learned behavior. We don't just automatically know how to do that. We have to learn it from someone. Myself, my mother realized that I learned it from her. My mother was the ignored middle child, basically, growing up. But so I basically learned the victim mentality from my mom. Maybe you learned it from your dad. Maybe you learned it from your older brother. It doesn't matter where you learned that victim mentality from. We need to break the chains. We need to break the cycle. We need to unlearn that behavior so that our children don't learn it from us. Or so our younger siblings don't learn it from us. Or our nieces and nephews do not, or our little cousins do not learn it from us. We don't want to pass that on. Victim mentality is not something you want to pass on in the family or to other people's kids. You don't want to do that because if it's a mentality, it grabs hold and it can break a child down. Their self esteem can go down. Trust me, it happened to me. At the time I met my husband, my self esteem was so far down from the victim mentality and people and things people told me that I wasn't even sure if I could trust the things he was saying to me, like, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, I love you. I didn't trust him because I couldn't believe those things because of what I had been taught. You learn the victim mentality and then you blame everything wrong on someone else. Guys, we need to stop that. Guys, I know it's hard. I had to go through counseling to realize that that's what I was doing. I had to go through counseling to realize, okay, I had this victim mentality. I need to stop using it. I need to unlearn it. There are still times that I put my victim mentality back into practice and I'm like, you know what? And I'll point my finger at my husband. I'm like, you know what? You did this. And he's like, I didn't do anything. You did that to yourself. So he calls me on the carpet with my victim mentality whenever it happens. You need to find someone who's going to keep you accountable with your victim mentality so that we are not going to pass it on to other kids in our path. Now, I have to get dishes done because it's a mess. I was sick since Thursday. I didn't feel like talking to anyone because I was in a lot of pain, guys. So I have a lot of dishes that need to go in the first load in the dishwasher. And it's probably going to be the only load today, guys. I didn't feel good all morning and most of the afternoon today because I drank soda. Soda and me do not get along anymore. Me and soda, nah. I want nothing to do with soda. I felt so nauseous this morning. Well, I felt nauseous this morning, so I drank some ginger ale to kind of try to settle my stomach, and it had the opposite effect. It settled my stomach, and then I kept drinking it, and it unsettled my stomach. So no more soda for me ever. I don't want anything to do with soda. Don't even mention soda to me because I will not drink it. But I have said this before and then went back to soda. So I think instead of soda, I might try Gatorade again. That used to help sometimes. So just remember that I love you, God loves you, and God made you special. And lose the victim mentality.